Nigel Farage declares Reform UK ready to rule as Angela Rayner resigns, and Nadine Dorries defects. Pulse News explainer, London, UK. Reform UK's annual conference turned into a political earthquake after Nigel Farage used the stage to declare that his party is ready to rule, sending a direct message to Westminster that the days of being treated as outsiders are over. The timing could not have been sharper. Hours before the conference, Labour's Angela Rayner announced her resignation, citing growing unease within the party. This sudden exit exposed fractures inside Labour at a moment when Prime Minister Keir Starmer was already under mounting pressure. Adding fuel to the drama, Nadine Dorries, a high-profile ally of Boris Johnson, confirmed she had defected to Reform, giving Farage's movement a symbolic boost and lending it mainstream credibility. Angela Rayner's resignation, a blow to Labour's unity. Rayner's departure is more than a headline. It's a signal that Labour's big tent approach is struggling to hold. Party insiders suggest disagreements over policy direction and leadership style pushed her decision. For Reform, the optics were perfect. Farage seized the moment to argue that both major parties are out of touch and out of ideas, painting Labour as divided and the Conservatives as exhausted. Farage's pitch, Reform as the real opposition. Nigel Farage, a veteran of political disruption, framed Reform UK as the only movement capable of delivering genuine change in Britain. Standing before an energised crowd, he claimed the 2027 general election would mark the end of the two-party stitch-up. He doubled down on pledges to cut immigration, overhaul public services and restore what he calls common-sense politics. More strikingly, he positioned Reform not as a protest vote, but as a government in waiting. This isn't about rattling cages anymore, he told supporters. We're building the next government of Britain. A conference that felt more like primetime TV. Observers noted that the Reform conference was unlike any traditional party gathering. From stage lighting to crowd choreography, it was designed to look and feel like a political rally straight out of the United States. Supporters chanted, waved banners, and engaged in what critics dismissed as spectacle over substance. Yet in an era where optics and media control drive political momentum, Reform's approach may prove more effective than the traditional policy-heavy conferences of Labour and the Conservatives. Nadine Dorries' defection, a turning point. Nadine Dorries' move to Reform UK could become one of the most talked-about moments in British politics this year. Once a loyal Conservative and vocal supporter of Boris Johnson, her defection is not just a personal choice. It symbolises the bleeding of Tory credibility into Farage's camp. For Reform, it offers both media attention and legitimacy. For the Conservatives, it's another headache at a time when the party is already losing ground to both Labour and Farage's insurgency. Why this matters: a new era of British politics. The events surrounding the Reform conference highlight a deeper shift. Both major parties are facing internal divisions, weakened leadership, and a growing disconnect with voters. Reform UK is exploiting this vacuum with a blend of populism, personality politics, and savvy media tactics. If Farage successfully positions Reform as the true opposition, the 2027 general election could break the dominance of Britain's two-party system in ways not seen for over a century. Pulse News analysis: Angela Rayner's resignation shows Labour's internal fractures. Farage's message rebrands Reform as a serious contender, not a fringe protest movement. Dorries' defection is a symbolic victory that could lure more Conservative voters. The bigger picture: British politics is entering uncharted territory where spectacle, strategy and timing may outweigh traditional party structures.